This kid, as soon as he got, like, he was super close to the end. As soon as he finished a question, he was like,
What?
You
remember
tell it,
she
I could
shoved
tell
her
it.
dick right up
I can tell it, I can tell it. So, it's after map testing, and our school does, or our elementary school let us get ice cream, and for every point you went up, you could get a topping. Now, this really fat kid named who was like 13 in the 5th grade, who didn't know how to spell his name. He didn't know how to spell it. He didn't know when he was born. Okay?
November.
And he's just sitting there eating his ice cream. And this girl just like like she's trying to move her legs because she can't really get out because he's like squeezing her into the side of the table. And like she moves her leg, lightly taps him, and this kid, like, he started crying. And then Mr. Secretary was like writing this down, and then later on the bus, she got a write-up. Well, she had a write-up out, and she gave it to me, and it said that she apparently kicked the fat ass. I know it didn't say that, but like she kicked the kid and he fell out of the table. But we all know damn well he was just sitting there, just no one asked. Our teacher gets done explaining that we don't have homework for the weekend. 5 seconds later, you see this fat ass raise his hand. Do we have homework? And then she says, yeah, study your name.
What is 8 plus 8? 12! You said that in the hall one time, bro.
And then every Friday, we'd be doing our times tables. And we were like on 10 and shit. This kid's on 4. And you're supposed to have like 2 minutes to do it. It took him 10 minutes to do 2 times 2 math. He didn't even finish it.
Bro, you remember whenever it was cheeseburger day, he turned into a Big Mac?
Oh, yeah. It was cheeseburger day. He took everything off the damn plate. He even took a chunk out of the table and put it on the burger. I don't know what they were feeding him. But like...
Yeah, I don't know what they're feeding you, but you're too damn big.
Like every time we're going to lunch, he's like asleep, and like so we're like, come on, James, it's time to go to lunch. He's like, I'm too tired. So I turn off the lights. He starts to get scared. He's like, I'm scared of the dog. Turn them on.
I remember that, bro. I remember when I shook my lunchbox across the room and I go pick it up before the teacher came in. Bro, I freaking slammed that.
I remember one time I pissed off this fat lunch lady, I guess. She was like just monitoring the lunchroom. So I took this plastic bag and I blew it up, like, not really blew it up, but like I made it to where there was a ton of air in it. I put it down and I just plopped down on it, makes the biggest boom.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then the teacher, she walks over, she's like, are you sure you're supposed to be doing that? I never felt so scared in my life. I thought she was about to whoop me with some like belt.
Bro, elementary, we were bad in elementary, bro.
Whenever we were on the bus, there's this one girl named we would just be singing, well, not really singing, but we would like we'd say it's usually, and then she just gets pissed out of nowhere.
No,
like, we wouldn't even say her name. We would just say it's usually, and she'd get pissed.
No, we used to say
she'll like start to make some ramming noise, like.
No, we didn't even have to say her name after that. We just say it's usually. We said that down the hall, bro. She got on the bus. She stomped on the bus. Her face went. She turned into the Red Hulk. She said. She was freaking pissed, bro.
And then one time in like, I think it was 3rd grade, there was like this really little kid. I think I bullied him a little too much.
I think I bullied him a little too much. I think I bullied him a little too much. Anyways.
But like,
it'd be weird to
he looked exactly like this little kid named Aiden, but his name was Gabe. And I kept calling him Aiden, and he screamed his head off.
Oh, I remember.
The bus driver was asking what was going on. And I'm like, I thought that was Aiden. And he's like, I'm fucking Gabe, you little bitch.
Bro.
It was so funny. And then, what was it?
Fucking
Miss Jones bitch. Like, we're on the bus, and like these 2 kids are like, when I say Hallie, you say Hippo, and they say Hallie, and the other people say Hippo, and me and Karen are just sitting there talking about Call of Duty Ghost, because that's when the new Predator DLC came out, and like, she said that since we were sitting back there, we were technically a part of it. We're like, it's like there's a 17-year-old in 8th grade
Who?
who's going on to high school finally. Probably not even 17. He's like 18 now.
Oh, you talk. Oh, he's 16. Ethan.
He's not 16. Motherfucker has a full beard.
He's.
Well, if you've seen me
Cody
in
has
real
a
life,
full
I have a
beard.
full ass beard.
No, I'm talking about like in the new Fortnite 5 skin, Siegebreaker. That type of beard.
Oh, like Blackbeard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Siege?
Bro,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
You know, I had him and Robert as my partner in as science class, bro. I always had them two, always, bro. I never got anyone else but them two. It was stupid.
Freaking Robert, like that.
Die.
That man.
Oh my god, like out of nowhere, he'll say, "I'm Frosty the Snowman and I'm here to rape you."
He says, "Hey, little boy." He comes up.
He would just
said
walk
that
up to
every
me
day,
while
bro.
I'm in the, like I'm just sitting there in class, and he's like, "Hunter." I look over, he's like, "I want to stick my icicle in you." What's wrong with you?
Possibly wins that round. Wins that round. That's a nice table with like the whole city on it type thing. 3D printer thingy.
Peyton, quit fucking me. Fuck that. I'm the asshole.
God damn it! I almost had overdrive too.
How'd you know I was right there? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
I don't trust this.
14,
I don't trust this move.
16,
Oh hells no!
18,
He's behind you, Joey. He's behind you. He's behind you.
Oh no! You cheater! You cheater! You cheater!
I counted to 20.
I thought he was just watching us from a distance.
16, 17, 18.
This man really in the corner.
20.
This man really in the corner.
22. 20. Where?
You're in the corner downstairs, bro. I went straight downstairs. He's just sitting in the corner.